Hello everyone and good morning. Just wanted to come here today to give you a little update on a few things in the garden. So the weather was actually very nice here for us in the first week of spring, and I was able to come outside and do a few projects in the garden. I didn't have a chance to actually film videos doing them because I was limited in time, but I just thought to come here and give you a little catch up. So one of the first things I did right after I planted those lettuces, I decided to sow my peas. I have first soaked them in water, and these are the two varieties that I am growing, and I actually decided to plant them into pots here in my backyard. I'm planting a lot less than I did last year, but that's okay. We will be happy with whatever we can get. As I said, I like to pre-soak them for 24 hours before I plant, and then I just stick them in the soil, give a good watering, and wait. I could actually have planted these peas a lot earlier, but I kind of got a little busy with the flowers and distracted, and I didn't plant them as early as I wanted. Our soil didn't really freeze this year at all. We had a couple of really cold snaps, but it was only for short days, and the soil was workable through the whole winter, so I could have planted them earlier, but I didn't. I'm planting actually them about the same time I did last year, and I had peas around June, so let's see how this year is gonna go too. Another very exciting thing is that most of the tomatoes have actually already sprouted. My basement's not as dry anymore, so I decided to already take the dome out and duck them off the heat mat and put them actually closer to the grow lights so they can grow nice and strong. And I have actually decided to start some brassicas too this week. They have all germinated already. They sprout really fast. And in the grow rack I also have the snapdragons. This actually started probably a few weeks ago, and they're doing really nice. The snapdragons in here, they are going to actually be for the wedding upstate, so I am transplanting them in April. We're going there to spend a week for my partner's spring break. He's a teacher, and I scheduled some time off. We're gonna stay a whole week up there so I can take care of the planting. Some of the cool weather crops, I'm planning to plant them a little sooner. And I also have potted some dahlias. I got those dahlias that I showed you guys for my birthday, and I ended up actually receiving some more from Eden Brothers too. But I'm going to make another video about it because I was not very happy with the dahlias that I got from Eden Brothers. And the lettuce that I planted on Monday on the first day of spring is actually doing really good in the green stock. I decided to take the cross cover. I only left on that first day, and I'm gonna take the camera up there to show you guys how it's looking too. Everything the raised beds are actually doing pretty good. The ranunculus is actually putting up a lot of new growth now. If you see it from far here, you can't really see, but there's tons of little baby leaves on them growing, so that's very exciting. I decided to plant some of my other ranunculus in a pot over here. Show it to you guys later. Some other things in pots around. All flowers. As you guys know, I started a bunch of them to experiment and see how the seedling looked like, how long they took to germinate, so I could then go ahead and start them in the correct time for the wedding upstate. But I gotta tell you, all of those seedlings actually have made it, so I decided to go ahead and plant them out in the garden. They're a little bit big, but they're looking really good. I might have even more blooms than I expected earlier in the spring. Let's go take a look at how those lettuce seedlings are doing up there in the green stalk now. It's looking really good. The sun is not fully still shining on this side yet, but we can see that they're doing good. I actually have to clean this green stalk a little bit more. I kind of got a little messy during the week. I had the hands dirty from planting peas and touched over here, so got dirty again. This doesn't really concern me very much because once the plants are big and full, you can't even notice. Everybody has put some growth, I think, already from when I planted, and looking nice and full. These chives are going crazy. I really need to actually harvest some. So everything is looking good. I was actually looking at my videos last year to see how the garden was looking at this time, and apparently I ended up planting the lettuce for last year earlier than I did this year. For some reason I thought I planted them a little bit late in March or even April, and I was planning to plant these guys earlier. Well, I planted them later, but it's okay. Let's see how it goes. Here's the little pot that I planted the snap peas. They haven't germinated yet. And I have lots of those flower seedlings I had grown for a test growing over here. This is ranunculus. Look how full this is looking. That's the batch, actually, the last batch that I planted, the one that I had a video starting the corms. And then some peas. There's some squirrels going there. I don't know if you can see, but they're digging everywhere this time. Those are sweet peas. These are ornamental. They're not for consumption. They're actually toxic. There's some larkspur in here, some poppy, some more dill, white dill, and I planted some peas in here too. Oh, check this out. That's actually kind of cool. I have carrots. I actually sowed these carrots because I found some old pelleted seeds and I wanted to use it because I was afraid the seeds were not good anymore. I put them in here in the beginning of January, or mid-January, sorry. And now we have full of baby carrots on those 2 buckets over here. These carrots are supposed to be very cold hardy, and they say it's not suited for a spring planting. It's supposed to start them in the winter. I did, but they only showed up now, so let's see if they're going to develop or what's going to happen. So this is going to be another experiment that we're going to run and see how it goes here. But here's the raised bed. The ranunculus is looking so much bigger. See how much new growth. Very exciting. So hopefully we'll have some ranunculus soon. And check this out. My peony, I don't even know how to say. It's emerging. I have 3 shoots. I left this in here so I knew what the peony was. This was from last year. I only had 2. I didn't even know I had a peony here. I moved to this apartment and my previous tenant here had planted a peony. I think it was a young one because I only had 2 shoots. Now there's 3. So I'm assuming this is probably going on its 3rd year. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I planted a bit too close to other stuff. But hopefully this ranunculus will bloom soon and I'll probably be able to take some out if it's too crowded. But I have some stock up there that's growing very nicely, putting up some growth there, and more ranunculus here, some snapdragons I decided to plant here. They're looking nice and happy. I topped this one off because actually it snapped, it broke, but we had a wind storm and sort of like bent, so I decided to pinch that off. But most of them are not pinched because I want to see if I can get some early flowers too. That mess over here, I have some feral cats that come in here and just dig everything around. I had some milkweed planted there and they just destroyed it. There's some stock in here too. I don't want to put my bare hands in there because sometimes they pee and poop in there. So I gotta come with gloves later and check. They were such a concern last year, using the raised bed as the litter box. That's one of the reasons why I guess this year I want to also do mostly flowers in here, not too many vegetables that we can eat, because it's very hard to keep them away from this bed, let's just say that. And I have also prepared the whole side here to start planting this week. Some stuff in here that I might do actually hold for the seedling sale, just keep up potting them. Some people wanted to get straw flowers, so this one would be a good one, probably just up potted and it's branching nicely and might be able to even have a flower by the time the seedling sale happens. But I wanted to start filling up that side. And what I'm gonna plan to put right there next is the Lysianthus. Look how much bigger they look. They kind of look like they're never gonna grow, and all of a sudden, oh, maybe I was not paying attention, they are now super big. I'm gonna probably acclimate them the whole week before I plant them out, but Lysianthus is supposed to be planted out super early, so let's see how it goes. And I actually amended this green stock too. I didn't film a video, I was tired on the day. I just wanted to get that done. I only did this one because I got too tired and didn't have a chance to do the other one. It's finally starting to look like my garden back here again. You guys have no idea how happy I feel when I look through that window over there in my door and see these lettuces in the green stock. It's been very joyful to me to start my mornings in the garden this week. I hope I can keep up during the growing season. I kind of got a little burnt out last year towards like the mid and the end of the year, so this year I'm gonna try to sort of pace myself and to enjoy the time in the garden. That's one of the reasons why I actually didn't film all the YouTube videos all the time when I was trying to get stuff done in the garden this week. I just wanted to enjoy it. It was first week of spring, we had nice weather. I just wanted to be out here with my plants, a cup of coffee, and do some gardening, and then, you know, start my day in a good positive note. Sometimes when I do YouTube, I'm just like moving the camera around and I get a little nervous, so I have to repeat what I say all the time, and then I have to go ahead and edit the video. So that's why I didn't bring the camera with me, but I'm slowly going to adapt and be able to have a better flow with the videos in the gardening too. Oh, I almost forgot, I want to talk about this in the beginning. I'd like to thank you guys for the comments about the sweatshirts. Actually, I'm wearing the blue one today. Let's take a look at the back with the logo. This one doesn't have the logo in the front. I do think I really like the logo in the front. I ended up sort of picking this one, mostly thinking people feel a little uncomfortable to use it, but I've been walking around and going to work with this. People are just asking like, why don't you have the logo in the front? It's so pretty, I have other color. So I'll probably have both options available. Thank you so much for saying that you liked both colors. It's kind of like half and half with the green and the blue. I like them both too, so probably have them both available plus white. And definitely some shirts. Lots of you talk about shirts too, and I'm gonna have some shirts for when the weather starts warming up a bit. But hopefully this spring there will be something that I'll be available to have here for you guys if you'd like to support my channel. But that's it. I hope you had a great week too. If you're here in New York City, I hope you enjoyed the weather that we have. We head into a very nice week next week too. And if you're not here, whatever you were, I hope you had a great first week of spring too. Thank you so much guys for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you next time.